And Democratic Congresswoman Elaine Luria of Virginia. She's a member of the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack. And I first want to ask what your reaction was to the attack on Paul Pelosi, and especially when you heard the details surrounding the attack, the similarities to the work that you're uncovering on your committee.
I immediately felt like there's a direct line here. I mean, not only the use of violence in a political way, but, you know, this idea that these echoes we heard through the halls of the Capitol of "Where's Nancy?" And I was shocked to hear of the attack, and then even further distraught to hear, you know, that Paul Pelosi went into surgery, a fractured skull. I mean, the absolute level of violence. I mean, the visceral attack of someone hitting an 82-year-old man with a hammer. And then the silence, essentially the crickets, as you've been talking about on the other side of the aisle. I mean, there's just such a clear line between the conspiracies, the disinformation, the rhetoric, and you've covered the thread of that from Charlottesville to where our governor took light of this and actually used it again as a political attack to continue to perpetuate this type of rhetoric here in Virginia immediately after it happened, while Paul Pelosi was in surgery.
So, Congresswoman, we know that Speaker Pelosi has been a subject of Republican ads for a long time, that she has been the focus of a lot of their ire and at times venom. Therefore, people like this could be susceptible to attacking her, this time literally. But my question is, we've been spending all morning talking about how the Republicans have not truly denounced, with few exceptions, this violent rhetoric here. What should be done? Will you speak directly to your colleagues there in the House who are perpetuating conspiracy theories and violent language that directly leads to attacks like this? What can you do?
Well, what is even more disturbing is that the conversations I have behind closed doors with people, Republicans, those you might refer to as moderate Republicans, they will say, like, we don't believe this, but we don't have a choice. I mean, they are almost themselves subject to the pressure of maintaining this narrative, or they will become attacked. And so this has just become a very dangerous place. I have an opponent in the upcoming election as well who literally will not say that Joe Biden was legitimately elected. And it just continues to perpetuate this lie. Some people do it more vocally, some people do it more passively, but any means by which people continue to perpetuate this is continuing that wink and nod to the extremists, that ability to, essentially say that this is normalized, and it can't be normalized.
This is one of the many themes that you're looking at and in your new campaign ad that's out this morning. Let's take a look at it.
Politics used to be about serving. Today, it's about winning at all costs.
I just want to buy 11,780. What are you talking about?
So you have not answered the question, was Joe Biden fairly elected?
That's not me. And if standing up for what's right means losing an election, so be it. If you're looking for someone who'll just say anything just to win, I'm not your candidate. If you support insurrectionists or call our military weak, I'm not your candidate. If you attack the FBI and defend Donald Trump, I'm not your candidate. And if you believe the 2020 election was stolen, definitely not your candidate. But if you believe that our democracy and Constitution are worth fighting for, and you want a congresswoman who will always stand up for what's right, then I'm Elaine Luria. I approve this message, and I am your candidate.
Our thanks to Democratic Congresswoman and member of the January 6th committee, Elaine Luria of Virginia. Thank you.